Hello and welcome to the Daily Action Planner. This is Mark Dhamma, high performance coach for entrepreneurs, and this is your Daily Action Planner. I'm going to talk you through what it is and exactly how to use it. So just stick with me, give me your full attention right now, because this could honestly save you years. That's right, it could save you years in achieving your business goals. Seriously, years. Get to your goal a lot faster using the Daily Action Planner. And how I came across this is I was at a party with some of my friends in the Hollywood Hills a few years ago, and there was a billionaire in the room, and one of my friends, Adam Farfan, was really close friends with this billionaire, and he introduced me to him, and I had like about a couple of minutes with this guy, so I just wanted to get as much knowledge as possible out of him. So I just asked him, I said, hey, what's the one thing that you do that allows you to be so productive? And without a hesitation, without him thinking about it at all, he said, I have an agenda every day. That's the thing that allows me to be more productive than the average person. It's an agenda. I said, well, what do you mean? He says, every minute of the day, I have planned out the day before, what I'm doing each hour, which minute, just like the President of the United States probably has an agenda. They wake up, the secretary gives them an agenda, what they're up to today, and he says, I follow it. And because it's all planned out, it's strategically planned, I know what I'm doing minute by minute, it's easy to get a lot of the things done. And most importantly, it's easy to get the right things done. So I've been using this Daily Action Planner now for about 3 years, and I pretty much do it every single day. In the past, I'd miss a day or two, but now I've learned my lesson, because when I did miss a day, I did not get less than half as much done as when I plan it every day. So now, because I felt the pain of not doing the Daily Action Planner, I absolutely do it every day, even on the days off. When I'm having a fun day or a relaxing day with the family, I still use the Daily Action Planner, because I find that I manage to get a lot more out of the day, and I'm sure you will too. So use this for your work days and use it for the days off. Alright, so let me show you how to use this. First thing you need to know is it's in Google Docs. Now Mark, why have you put it in Google Docs? Can't you give me a download or something? I've actually found that Google Docs is the easiest way to do this, because you're going to want to edit the template. So this is the template I've made for you. So this is the template I've made for you. So once you've clicked the link, you see this. The first thing you need to do is go to File, Make a Copy. So call it whatever you want. I'd probably put your first name. So I'm going to put Mark's Daily Action Planner template. Put your first name, put it in whatever folder you want to. I recommend you put it in daily schedules or something. And then just press OK. Now, why have we made a copy? We've made a copy because you can now edit it. On my template, you won't be able to edit it. I keep it like this so that no one can edit it and everyone can get the template. Now you've made a copy, this is now yours. You can do whatever you want with it. So what I recommend you do is you fill in the date, whatever date it is. I'm reshooting this video because there was an issue with it. So the date is this date now, even though it's been up for a long time. Your 12-week SMART goal, I don't know why it says day there, but your 12-week SMART goal. What's a specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-bound goal? Like what's your main thing that you want to get done over the next 90 days, the next 12 weeks? Whatever that is, you type it in here. Now I recommend you, if you've got a 12-week goal, there's probably 2 to 5 projects you need to get complete in that time in order to hit your goal. So you write these here, whatever your projects are. This is probably only going to change every 12 weeks. Now, the Daily Action Planner, you're going to do this the day before. Okay, so today is Wednesday, the 11th of July, 2018. And England just got beat off Croatia in the World Cup, so I remember that. That's the day, it's Wednesday. So when I'm writing the Daily Action Planner, I'm going to write it for Thursday, tomorrow. Make this a habit to do the day before every day. Okay, I like to do it last thing on my plate. Before I finish work and I leave my office, I make sure I put 30 minutes aside to plan out the following day. Doesn't usually take me 30 minutes, but I like to have that time aside just so I can think through, like, what's the one thing I can do today to bring me closer to my goal? Or I ask myself, what's the one thing that will make everything else easier or necessary? When I've figured out the one thing, I write it in here. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to figure out your one thing and then write it here. You're going to write down your one thing. Now that's the most important task to complete that day. The most important one. It's the one thing that's going to bring you closer to the goal. It's the one thing that will make everything else easier or unnecessary for you. Write it down. Your one thing. That day, the following day, this is your main concern. Getting your one thing done. If you only get your one thing done but nothing else done, you've had a successful day business-wise. If you've managed to get through the day without dying, in my book, you've had a successful day in life. Alright, I recommend that you set yourself for success every day, and the way you do that is by creating rules on what a successful day is. If you have low barrier rules, like a successful day is if I make it through the day without dying, you're probably going to be happier than if you have high barrier rules like I need to do every single thing I write down to have a successful day. To put that in context, probably maybe 5% of the days of my days do I get every single thing I've written down done. Maybe 5% of the time. I would say I get my one thing done over 80% of the time, which is highly successful in my book. Your one thing is the main priority. If you get that done, give yourself a pat on the back, high five, celebrate, you've had a great day. You've done the right thing, even if you get nothing else done. So then here's an agenda. So you write down your one thing first, you plan that out because it's the most important thing, and then look at the rest of the day. So I recommend you write it from as soon as you wake up all the way through till you go to bed. So you might be like, wake up at 6:30, so 6:30 to 7:30, I'm going to do some exercise, or maybe you'll eat your breakfast, or meditate, or pray, or go for a walk, whatever it is, whatever your morning routine is, write it down step by step, minute by minute when you're going to get it done. I like to highlight the workout stuff in green just to make sure I have it in every day and separate that. And then, say 7:30 to 8:30, you might wash, dress, and breakfast. If you're familiar what dominate with day is, you might want to do that in the morning. Or you might just want to jump right into work. Now, see, I've got the one thing here, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. If I've got a major project, I usually like to put aside 3 hours minimum to get it done. You want to use your best judgment how long it's going to take you to get the one thing done. Okay, estimate how long it's going to take you, and then add another 25% on, 25% of the time. So if you're like, all right, this task, my one thing today, maybe setting up a marketing funnel or whatever, I think it's going to take me 2 hours. We'll say, okay, 2 hours plus 25% is going to be another half an hour. So I'll give myself 2.5 hours to get this done. If you think it's going to be an hour, give yourself an hour and 15 minutes. If you think it's going to take 3 hours, what's that? Give yourself 3 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, so it's 25% extra of how long you think it's going to take you, because we're usually optimistic. Make sure you schedule your lunch. Make sure you schedule anything else. Make sure you schedule planning tomorrow's day and printing off. And make sure you schedule whatever else you're doing that evening for fun or whatever. The idea is you plan everything. You get everything down. It should be full with everything you're doing. Once you've written it all out, you're going to go to file. You're going to go to print. I recommend you do it two-sided, and you're going to print it off. You're going to print it off, grab it, put it on your office, put it next to your bed, put it in your pocket. Make sure you have it tomorrow. Now you might be like, well, Mark, isn't that a waste of paper printing it off? Why do I need to print it off if I've got it already in my Google Docs? Good question. I've had that question a hell of a lot, and I've experimented it different ways. I've experimented not printing it off, and I've experimented printing it off, and I've given it to clients, and they've experimented not printing it off, and they've experimented printing it off. And guess what? The printing it off one usually is the most effective. People follow it when you print it off. Well, why is that? I don't know the reason exactly. I can only hypothesize for you. And my hypothesis is that you do it when it's printed off because you can feel it and you can see it. It's tangible. You can feel it. You can just pull it out of your pocket. I recommend you keep it in your pocket all the time. You can just pull it out and look, and you can see exactly what you're doing at any moment. So you never have that horrible, confused feeling of feeling like, oh, you know what? I should be doing something right now, but I don't know what I should be doing. And you never get that horrible feeling of thinking, like when in the middle of a task, thinking, damn, maybe I should be doing something else right now. That horrible, stressful feeling I have had for years of my life. It was disgusting. I'd be in the middle of a project and all of a sudden I'd think, oh, wait a minute, maybe I should be doing something else more important, and I'd start feeling anxious and stressy. And maybe you felt that too. If you have, not to worry. The Daily Action Planner eliminates that problem. It absolutely eliminates any feeling of that because you've already done the thinking up front. The day before, you already wrote out your Daily Action Planner. You already got clear on what your one thing is. So you know that this is absolutely the right thing to do right now, the right time, the right moment. You're doing the right thing. Print it out. Print it out. Keep it with you all the time, throughout the whole day, so that you can just reflect back on it. You can touch it. It's tangible. It's a physical reminder of what you need to be doing and keep you on track. It works. At the end of the day, you're going to come here. Let's say you filled this out. You wrote it all out and you printed it off. And then you executed. You got your one thing done and you got 3 or 4 things done in the rest of the stuff you was going to do. And at the end of the day, it's time to write out your new Daily Action Planner. So before you write out your new Daily Action Planner, you can ask yourself, did you complete the one thing? If yes, congrats, you're going to delete this because you did it. If no, you're going to delete this because you didn't do it. And you're going to ask yourself why not. But once you've done that, you're going to go to File, make a copy, and then you're going to make a copy for the next day. So you're going to get rid of the template. You're going to write down the date, Mark's Daily Action Planner. Tomorrow's Thursday, so it might be Thursday. I got to do it the American way, which is put in the silly, that isn't it? Everywhere else in the world, we put the day first, then the month, then the year. But in America, you put the month first, then the day, and then the year, and it gets me confused quite often. All right, make a copy. Boom! You got the next day's Daily Action Planner ready for you to fill out and get done. Congratulations with downloading this. Make it a habit. Spend the next 30 days focusing on making this a habit. I absolutely promise you, the amount of testimonials I've got back from business owners who it's transformed their life, it's reduced the stress, they've got more things done, they've made more money, they feel more productive, they are objectively more productive simply by following this simple yet extremely effective Daily Action Planner, which was given to me as a gift from a billionaire, and I am now giving it to you so you can fulfill your dreams and make the world a better place through your business activities and from your effectiveness. So thank you very much. Get involved. Get the template, make a copy, and change the world. All right, dominate it. Bye-bye.